All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive deep? Today, we're all about you, specifically those notes you've been keeping on personal growth.
Oh, this is going to be good. I can already tell someone's been doing some serious self-reflection.
Yeah, like motivational quotes mixed with some pretty honest self-doubt, even a little dating advice thrown in for good measure.
It's like a roadmap for transformation, you know?
Yeah,
And it's more common than you might think. Everyone craves that positive change.
totally. And speaking of change, one thing that jumped out at me was this recurring theme of where you want to be versus where you are right now.
Ah, that gap between vision and reality. It's where the magic happens, but also where that self-doubt creeps in.
Exactly. Like you're calling yourself out on the procrastination, the fear of judgment, especially around dating. It's a classic imposter syndrome.
And it all comes back to that feeling of not being good enough. But here's the thing. Your notes actually hold the antidote.
Oh, I like where this is going. Spill the tea.
Well, for starters, you mentioned keeping a wins journal. Such a simple yet powerful tool.
It's so easy to get caught in that negative spiral. So yeah, focusing on even the smallest victories can be huge.
It's about retraining your brain to see the progress, not just the setbacks.
And you even included specific examples like nailing a presentation at work or trying a new recipe.
Exactly. It's not about waiting for those big, life-altering moments to celebrate. Those small wins are where it's at.
They build momentum, boost your self-confidence. And speaking of confidence, there's definitely some vulnerability in your notes about relationships, too.
Ah, the age-old struggle of putting yourself out there. The fear of rejection is real.
Totally. And it's interesting because you've also included this Cherokee tale about feeding the right wolf within.
Oh, I love that one. You know, the one about the two wolves, fear and courage, battling inside us.
Right. And we get to choose which one we feed. So powerful.
Because it's a constant choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
To focus on our doubts or nurture our strengths.
Absolutely. And that ties into another note you made about maximizing even the smallest strengths.
Yeah, you highlighted that quote, and it really resonated with me. It's about owning what makes you you, even if it feels insignificant.
Because those strengths, even the seemingly small ones, are what ultimately shape our journey.
Exactly. They're the building blocks of our authentic selves. And when we embrace them, incredible things can happen.
So true. It's like you're uncovering those hidden gems within, those unique qualities that make you shine.
Precisely. And that's what makes this whole journey so exciting.
It's about recognizing those strengths and letting them guide us, right? And that seems to connect with another big theme in your notes: abundance.
You got it. And it's not just about finding a partner, although your notes on dating are definitely intriguing. We'll circle back to those. Right now, it's about cultivating that sense of abundance in all areas of life, love, opportunity, even time.
Right, because there's this interesting tension in your notes between hustling and surrendering.
It's like that constant internal debate. Do we push and grind our way to success or just let go and trust the flow?
Exactly. So which is it? Do we make it happen or surrender to the universe?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Mm.
And your notes actually highlight both sides of that coin. But maybe it's not an either-or situation.
Okay, so tell me more about that, because I'm seeing this hustle harder mentality right alongside this idea of aligning with the universe's energy.
It seems contradictory, but what if it's about finding that sweet spot where focused action meets aligned energy?
All right, I like the sound of that. A sweet spot where we're not burning ourselves out, but still moving forward.
Exactly. And you even highlighted this quote, "The universe understands vibration. If I'm in flow, I won't be overwhelmed."
Oh, yeah, that one really resonated with me too. So it's about tapping into that flow state where things just seem to click.
Precisely. And a lot of your sources emphasize recognizing your self-worth as a key to unlocking that flow.
Okay, so it's not about chasing after things from a place of lack, but rather believing that we're worthy of receiving those good things.
You got it. It's about shifting from "I have to prove myself" to "I am enough."
And that shift in perspective can change everything, right? From how we approach our goals to how we show up in relationships.
100%. Because when we operate from a place of scarcity, we're coming from fear and desperation.
Hmm.
But when we believe in our own worthiness, it's like we open ourselves up to a whole new realm as possibility.
It's about trusting that the universe has our back, right?
Yeah.
That things will unfold as they should.
And that doesn't mean we just sit back and wait for things to happen. It's about taking inspired action, trusting our intuition, and knowing that we're supported every step of the way.
It's like that trust becomes our inner compass, guiding us toward what's meant for us.
Exactly. And sometimes that path leads us straight to Remember those bold dating strategies from your notes?
Oh yeah, the push and pull, creating that air of mystery. It takes guts to try that stuff.
For sure. But it all comes back to confidence, right? You can't really pull off those moves unless you genuinely believe in yourself.
It's like that other gem you highlighted. People want to like you all the time. Be the one they won't forget. So bold.
It's about owning your worth, letting your true self shine. And those dating notes also touch on resilience. Remember that one less until a yes idea.
Oh, that's a good one. Reframing rejection as just part of the journey, not the end of the world.
Exactly. Because let's face it, rejection is inevitable, whether it's in dating, career, or just life in general.
What matters is how we choose to respond, right?
100%. Are you familiar with the growth mindset?
Hmm.
Because it feels relevant here.
Definitely. It's about seeing setbacks as opportunities for growth, not failure.
Right. And you're clearly embracing that mindset. That question you wrote down, what am I afraid of? That takes courage.
It's like you're shining a light on those hidden fears, those things that might be holding you back.
And that's huge. Because once we're aware of those limiting beliefs, we can start to challenge and overcome them.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. Embracing our strengths, cultivating abundance, taking action A&D, facing our fears.
It's like a crash course in personal growth. But the real magic happens when we take all this wisdom and put it into practice.
Exactly. It's about turning insight into action, right?
Absolutely. Remember, transformation isn't a destination, it's a journey. And the fact you're on this journey asking these questions, that speaks volumes.
Well said. And on that note, any final words of wisdom for our listeners before we wrap up?
Let's see. You've been exploring a lot about external transformation, finding love, achieving goals. But remember, true fulfillment starts within. So as you continue this journey of personal growth, prioritize your well-being, nurture your passions, and above all, be kind to yourself.
Such a powerful reminder, because when we feel good on the inside, it radiates outward, impacting every area of our lives.
Exactly. It's all connected.
So true. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those wise words. Keep exploring, keep growing, and until next time, remember the incredible power you hold within.